Hi there, and welcome to Celeb Hut. Presently, generally, when you hear or learn about reception stories, there's typically such a lot of bliss and joy. Yet when it came to Dee's reception of Ava Nobleman, there was a substantially more evil invite. Well, you surmise that Gene Dill is once again at it once more, and this time he's never going to quit uncovering Diddy. Each time Gene Dill even talks on Diddy, it's to uncover a few stunning cases about how Diddy is more awful than we might at any point envision, and the narratives he's advisin'. G keep on fixing the last. Yet this new case and disclosure may very well take the cake for the most out of control and most concerning story, since he just uncovered what truly happened to Diddy's supportive girl Ava Combs, and how she wound up leaving the Combs family back in 2020. Diddy declared that he had embraced Ava, yet for reasons unknown, he disposed of her as fast as he embraced her. And Gina is currently guaranteeing that there is more going on than meets the eye, since Diddy purportedly did a terrible things to Ava. So was the strike by country security attached to Ava? And has Hollywood truly been safeguarding this obscure side of Diddy for quite a while? We should separate all the team. And you understand, you realize, what's so insane is, brother, that this multitude of stories has been around the business for quite a while. Every one of these industry individuals realized that Diddy been behaving this way, and doing this, and attempting to connect. Okay, you all, so this is gonna be a tad of a rough ride. So I want you all to stay with me and leave remarks as we go on the grounds. What is going on with Diddy continues to get an unheard of degree of insane and awkward. Now you all expertise, various individuals have approached to blame Diddy for some extremely obscure stuff and how his homes were struck by country security regarding doubts of dealing right. Well, one inquiry that no one is by all accounts posing happened to Diddy's taken on white girl. Currently, I'm willing to wager that many individuals don't for even a moment recall that he embraced a white little girl or quite a while back during coronavirus, and she essentially vanished. Many individuals didn't actually understand that he had a white little girl, since he just haphazardly sprung up one day to report to us that he had embraced a little girl. And it was super arbitrary at the time, we didn't respect it, or perhaps we were even glad for Diddy at the time, since we didn't have any idea what we con. Ow, now about him. I mean, sure, there were, at that point, 2 or 3 bits of hearsay about him going around, yet that was for the most part about him being on the DL. Now, I realize that many individuals definitely disapprove of individuals who were on the DL, yet hello, that is his business, and there's nothing unlawful about it, except to the extent that we knew at the time he participated in close connections with young fellows who assented to the movement, so, once more, it was nothing of us should be worrying about at that point. Yet you all, with what we purportedly realize now about him, no doubt it's all that could possibly be needed to be terrified in light of the fact that each claim that was recorded against him either affirmed or uncovered an alternate side to him. Cassie's claim uncovered him for being a horrendous individual who frequently put his hands on her and hurt her all around. That you could envision Little Pole additionally approached to guarantee that not in the least did he sue. Supposedly say him, yet he likewise purportedly attempted to pimp him out to different men in the business, like Cuba Gooding Jr. Yet the genuine show began when country security struck his home in LA and Miami on records of dealing. This was the point at which we realized what is happening was genuine terrible on the grounds that the claims that had been documented against him until that point were polite claims that had no crook backing except for with the federal authorities getting involved now. We realized that something was ridiculously awful on the grounds that the fanses don't simply hop on a major pace of this size, except if they have motivation to accept that something is exceptionally off base. After the strike Did's legal advisors emerged to hammer the federal authorities and guaranteed that they were heaping on Diddy and attempting to cause show for himself and ruin his public picture. His legal counselor said this uncommon trap pair with a high-level composed media presents prompts an untimely race to the judgment of Mr. Combs, and is just a witch hunt in view of meritless allegations made in common claims. There has been no finding of criminal or common obligation with any of these claims. Mr. Combs is honest and will keep on battling each and every day to demonstrate his innocence. A government official answered to this and said, "We accept that there is an upsetting history of sex dealing." We are answering cement definite express claims that this isn't irregular. We didn't pick his name out of a cap. We had claims that we're circling back to, so assuming the fans were following up on charges, you all better accept that we have not heard the last about his theatrics, and a few additional stunning disclosures are going to be exposed. and ideally, we can at last accept reality about what truly happened to Die's embraced white little girl. Ava Nobleman is back in 2020. Diddy went live on Instagram to declare that he had embraced a white young lady named Ava, and he made her discussion about herself and declared that she had been taken on by him. I go by Ava. I'm a Scorpio. No, what's your last name? Ava? What's your other last name? Ava Baroni Combs. Yes, it's been letting it be known. Did he take on a white kid? I need you. I believe you should recount how I work for you, yet you actually have delightful guardians who think you're my kid. Likewise, kindly recount the story. So I was in the city, and afterward, Dad concluded that he might want to be a mindful man. So then he saw me and chose to get me and said to come inside and play with this child. No doubt that is a tad suspect. I don't need anyone. We need to get it. I took on you like Madonna took on children, and every other person took on kids. Roast Stone, everyone's at any point embraced Sandra Projectile I took on you, since I felt that you might, at some point, know and appreciate additionally having a dark parent to deal with you and help you out. So, explain it since it's insane over here on the web. So playing with your children, I got authorization from your mom to express all of that. I met Jessie Ina when I was a half-year-old, and afterward, fundamentally, sister four of us, I generally come over yes, and it's AI on cons go. Now at the time we believed that Diddy was perfect to do this, right since there was a pandemic, and youngsters required all the affection they could get. Yet presently, individuals can't quit giving him the side-eye for some reasons. And presently, the video appears to be extremely peculiar, and individuals had a ton to say when she said, I go by Ava, I'm a Scorp.
That sounds like the start of a dating profile. This is past odd, and she looks distraught, awkward. It was extremely bizarre. Without a doubt, it was given ASL and to catch a hunter energies. Yet that is not by any means the only huge warning here, since he contrasted this reception cycle with that of Madonna, which is an intriguing correlation since individuals have brought up how there are a few obscure pieces of Madonna's reception too. As per reports, Madonna didn't precisely take on her dark child.
Ren the legitimate way, except if last year it was uncovered that she was being blamed for illegal exploitation and physically taking advantage of kids by a cause association called the Ethiopian World League. And certain individuals guaranteed that she fooled the guardians into allowing her to have the children by promising to give the youngsters extraordinary training in the US and afterward return their children just for her to pivot and embrace them. Supposedly, so it's fascinating that this is the thing. Diddy is putting together his reception, with respect to which says a ton much more FA standard are asking why Diddy had for the most part his children in that video and not showing a ton of his girls. I mean, Ava said that she needed to play with Diddy's girls, so for what reason weren't they? There his children and I could go on and on about how awkward AA thoroughly searched in the video. Individuals are presently contemplating whether she was awkward due to the energy in the room. Separated F. Rom Diddy. His children have had to deal with some disturbing penalties too. Justin was named in Little Bar's claim, and Christian has his very own entire claim, and this has individuals speculating. Yet the greatest warning, this is the way she appeared to vanish after that one video. I mean, sure, she was spotted out with Diddy's twins, Jesse and Delilah, multiple times, yet that was truly it. She wasn't in any family photographs, recordings, or any such thing. It's like she recently vanished, and taking into account that Diddy was demanding that she call him. Dad brushes, you'd feel that he would keep her around longer than 5 seconds, yet taking into account the new event, the S-dealing claims, and the claims of Diddy mistreating ladies, fans are beginning to contemplate whether Diddy could have supposedly done something to Ava, and that is the reason she's been so quiet. Well, this is where we saw Diddy's previous protector Gene Bargan step in like first-class security, and besides the fact that he uncovered Diddy for purportedly mistreating AA, he asserted that Diddy supposedly involved her for clout, and afterward unloaded her when he was finished by Jean. Diddy's arrangement was for him to score modest focuses by embracing a destitute young lady that he found in the city during the pandemic, and afterward cherishing her like this. Aside from this, he didn't quite adore her like she was his own on the grounds that it was in support of the cameras. Gene additionally discussed the claims of Diddy doing something wrong to AA, and keeping in mind that he didn't precisely emerge and explain it, he alluded to it extremely emphatically, saying that everyone in the business realizes that Diddy is like that, and you understand what's going on. You realize what's so insane is, brother, that this multitude of stories has been around the business for quite a while. Every one of these industry individuals realizes that Diddy has been behaving this way and doing this and attempts to draw in the ton of stories this circumvents in this industry about him and others. Jimmy Ian ain't no one discussing Jimmy Ian. He got sexual charges and everything on him, yet he got those posters that are keeping it off of Sen. It's keeping it off the significant news. Subscribe Celeb Hut for more videos.